welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah and this is going to be a tag video, and this is going to be the Myers-Briggs book tag or the Briggs book tag. I don't know which one it is. What am I doing? This was created by Jade from Jaded Reader. I will link the original video down below. She tagged me in this video August of 2018. Let me check. Also, leave it to Jade to make a book tag where I have like all these, like I have a notebook, I have all these printouts, I have a midliner. I legit feel like I'm doing homework right now, and that's on brand for Jade. So go check out her original video. But anyways, the point is I was tagged to do this video 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. I haven't hit the 2-year mark yet, but here I am. So basically I had to take this like test quiz thing to figure out what my personality is, or personality Briggs code is. I don't know the right terminology for this. Oh my gosh. Sporting my original university, Marshall University, if you've seen the movie. Hello. True story, y'all. I didn't graduate from that university, but I feel more emotional connection to that university than my university that I transferred to and then graduated from. So that's not the point of this video. Okay. So yes, I had to, my midliner, I had to take this test to tell me who I am, okay? Because I don't know. I didn't know. Basically, I have notes. You want to know who I am? I am an INFP. I don't think the last letter matters. I am not sure. But yeah, so basically, there's only 4% of the population. I feel like I'm giving a book report. There's only 4% of the population that is my personality type. So I'm unique. I took some notes off the website after I read about who I am because I had no idea. Fantasy worlds in particular fascinate us, which is interesting because I read 99.9% fantasies. Wow. They focus on a few people. If they are spread too thinly, they run out of energy. I feel called out. I do have like 6 people for BookTube that I talk to and communicate with on a regular basis. And then in my real life, I have like 3 or 4, which is like 10 people. I can handle much more than that. So here we are. And then I printed out my weaknesses and my strengths because I was legitimately curious. And I haven't read all of these, so I thought this would just be like a fun part of this video. Basically, this website I want to see how well it knows me. Some strengths. I'm idealistic. Friends and loved ones will come to admire and depend on them for their optimism. I don't feel like I'm super optimistic, but I feel like with friends and loved ones, I'm pretty optimistic. Like, I'm not optimistic about myself in my life, but I'm optimistic about people that I love. Like, they're gonna do great. They're gonna go super far in life. Me, on the other hand, not so sure. So the friends that know me, please let me know. Is that like legitimate? I seek value and harmony. Have no interest in having power over others and don't much care for domineering attitudes at all. It's true. I hate those. Open-minded and flexible. A live and let live attitude comes naturally. Dislike to be constrained by rules. True. Hate rules. We like to give the benefit of the doubt. I like to see good in everyone. Very creative. I was an art major for 3 years. I took AP art classes in high school. I've always been an artist. That's pretty creative. I'm now a content creator. My channel might not be growing, but I'm here. Feel pretty creative. Passionate and energetic as I'm flailing around. I am passionate about things. Energetic. I'm energetic like 50% of the time. It really depends on my mood. Dedicated and hardworking. I like to believe I'm dedicated and hardworking. My boss tells me I'm hardworking. Basically, I just do my job. I'm dedicated to life. I don't. Time to get into weaknesses. Is this where I'm about to be called out? Okay, here we go. Too idealistic. I thought that was my strength. Idealistic, yeah. Oh, apparently I'm idealistic, but I'm too idealistic.
Explain.
We often take idealism too far, setting themselves up for disappointment again and again. I do get my hopes up quite often. Too altruistic. Sometimes see themselves as selfish, but only because they want to give so much more than they are able to. I feel like that's something my friends will have to comment on. I don't know. I do kind of see myself as selfish sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like I want too much. I don't know. Okay, impractical, rude. When something captures their imagination, they neglect practical matters like day-to-day maintenance and simple pleasures. moving on. Dislike dealing with data. They're often so focused on the big picture that they forget the forest is made up of individual trees. They are tuned in with emotions and morality, and when the facts and data conflict with their ideals, it can be a real challenge for them. That is true. I am like that. Takes things personally. I do. I take everything personally. Difficult to get to know. They're private, reserved, and self-conscious. I'm so self-conscious about everything about myself. Difficult to get to know. I am private. I am pretty reserved. I am self-conscious. Does that make me difficult to get to know? Okay, that was the last weakness, and I'm ready to put this down. So here's my book report of myself. Time to get into the actual prompts of this book tag. I guess this is also a get to know me. I already feel so drained from just reading about myself. Okay, moving on. I am an INFP, which are the letters that count. And then there's two different there's A and there's T, and I'm a T, but for this tag, the T doesn't matter. I am just an INFP. Okay, here we go. Time to get into the only 4% of the people that get these prompts. Okay, I have my prompts. Okay, here we go. Okay, the first is I, and that is introvert. You can be outgoing but need to recharge with some calming solitude. Where's your favorite place to read and unwind? Why is this little oasis where you choose to go? My go-to reading place is my couch with like 4 pillows and a blanket. That's my default. If like Sean's watching TV or a movie or something or being loud, I will read in the bedroom on the bed with like my body pillow thingy behind me and like a couple pillows on top to like lay my book down so I don't like have to hold it because I'm lazy. But the couch, making the couch a little like cozy haven for myself is like my go-to. I don't really go outside. Why is that my like go-to default place? I think it's just because I feel most comfortable at home. I feel most comfortable on the couch, and having all those pillows and blankets just like makes it my little cozy oasis. I don't like go outside. I don't like go to the bookstore, the library. I prefer to be at home. Next is N, and this is intuition. Some books are meant to be understood and others are meant to be explored. What book or character stands for an idea that is deeply meaningful to you? And because I don't like to make decisions, I have 3 books for 3 different reasons. The first one I wouldn't have thought about, but I just took a Bookstagram picture for my Bookstagram that I'm trying to get into, so like here we are. But that is Unfiltered, No Shame, No Regrets, Just Me by Lily Collins, and this is kind of like an autobiography type book, but Lily Collins really goes into depth about some like her insecurities about her eyebrows. She talks about having basically like excess hair as like a female, but the way she goes about it is just hilarious. She's also known for her eyebrows. Like she is 100% known for her eyebrows. And so it's like the very first sentence. After I read the very first sentence of this book, I'm like, wow, I'm gonna love the rest of this book, no doubt. The first sentence is, I used to be extremely insecure about my eyebrows. They've always had a mind of their own. And there's just something about it where I'm like, wow, Lily Collins understands me. But she really goes into talk about like the relationships with people around her and her journey through trying to like find herself in her career. I'm not going to be an actress or anything, but like I feel like when you're trying to find yourself in your own career, everyone kind of goes through like the same things. And so this book just spoke to me on a personal level. The next one is going to be Naruto from Naruto by Masashi Kishimoto. And basically Naruto is super annoying at first. As the series goes on, as the characters grow, as they get older, as the story develops, as the character develops, it gets super serious. It gets depressing. It gets violent. It gets real serious. He never goes back on his word. That's his ninja way. So he's always there for his friends. He's always there for himself without even knowing it. Like he puts his friends first, but he has his own ambitions, and he says he's going to be Hokage, and he never goes back on his word. Like he does everything in his power and beyond to keep his word to himself, but he's also there to keep his word to his friends. And that's just something that I really love in a character, and I feel like I see a little bit of myself. And then the last one is The Traitor's Kiss by Sarah-ndipity. And for this one, I really connected with Sage, our main character. She is seen as strange, and basically she is told by a matchmaker that she will never find a husband because she's too strange. And because she's not good enough on a few different levels. And we really see her develop into her own being throughout this series. She is independent, she is strong, she's like by far the smartest person in this series. And Sarah-ndipity really takes it like to the next level with how amazing this character really is. And so this is the last book. The next letter is F, and this is feeling. Not everything needs to be realistic. Where is the fun in a world with limits? Which fantasy world do you find so atmospheric you slip inside and never want to leave? Put simply, a book with good vibes. And so this one, I kind of thought about a book where I feel like, I don't know if this is like a normal thing, but after reading certain series, sometimes I like to imagine myself in that world. And there is one world I find myself imagining myself in quite often, and it is Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. Yes, I cannot go even one video without mentioning Trial by Fire by Josephine Angelini. Actually, I think it's been a while since I've mentioned Trial by Fire. So here we are. It's about this girl who in her world is basically dying of what the doctors want to call allergies. They're not allergies. Her body can't break down certain elements around her. And so she flares up with not being able to breathe, seizures. I think she even has like skin issues. So her body isn't breaking down all these elements around her healthy. And so it is actually killing her. And so she actually gets transported to basically another version of her world. And this series really plays with mirrored timelines and universes. And it's just so much fun. So basically she goes from in her world, she's super weak and dying, to this other world where she has to learn she's strong and powerful, and she really has to come into herself. I find this book so atmospheric personally. I never have any trouble just kind of plopping myself down into the world and just imagining different scenarios. The next one is P, and that is perceiving. TBRs are fun to construct and meant to be destroyed. Do you stick to the list or mix it up every now and then? What's a book that you put down that you want to pick back up, you just haven't been in the mood for? So I love making TBRs. I adore making TBRs, but I rarely stick to my TBR and I rarely finish my TBR ever. But there is a series that I have put down and haven't necessarily been in the mood to pick back up, and that is Frostblood by Ellie Blake. I have read book 1 twice. So I read book 1 when it first came out, and then it was a while, and so I reread book 1 and then read book 2, and then I got book 3. But I haven't picked up book 3, and I feel like I need to reread books 1 and 2 before I can read book 3. And I love this series. I think this was a 5-star read, and then this was like a 4-star. So I like really want to finish this series, but as much as I love it, as much as I adore it, I'm not in the mood to pick it up, and I haven't been for quite a while, but I guess this one. And then the last question is match with your personality, like all your letters like squished together. And so the INFP is idealist. Even when conflict runs high, you can be the advocate for either side. What is a book that was not well received, but you were able to find its good qualities? And this one's gonna actually be a recent read for me, and no one ever agrees with me. Noria actually was like, really, Sarah? Really? And I'm like, yes. Okay. I recently read Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This is the Grishaverse book 1, part of the trilogy that comes before the Grishaverse duology. And this book is not well perceived at all. And I think I gave this a 4-star, and it was because there was a little bit that kind of was, some of the stuff that was handled in this book was a little questionable to me. But yes, so this book is not popular, and I don't know if it's honestly because people don't like it or if they're compared to the duology, they don't like the trilogy. I don't know, but I liked it. I liked it a lot. I was intrigued. I read it in a day and a half, and I mean, maybe that's just me finding something good in something that is perceived bad by everyone else. I'm a personality where there's only 4% of the population that is like me, so I'm unique. I'm unique for liking this book when everyone else doesn't. Okay, so that's it. I'm supposed to tag people, and since this tag is 2 years old, I tried my best to search for people that haven't already done it. And so I'm gonna tag a few people, and if you've already done it, I'm sorry, but I tried to think of people that I would really enjoy to see them do this tag. So if you did this tag already, I'm so sorry. But if you haven't, please do it. So Kate from Chapter Kate, Noria from Noria Reads, Margaret from The Word Nerd, and Justin from Ghost Reader. Justin, is that your channel name? It is, right? I don't even know. Justin, you know who you are. Maybe I'll do bloopers at the end of my video like Jade does, because this is her tag. That would be funny. I wonder if I have enough bloopers. Anyways, okay. Yeah, okay, this is it. That's my video. Hope you enjoyed learning more about me and seeing me do this tag. We're done. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys all next time. I'll love. I am an NFP, okay. What is it doing? It's true. I'm disappointed a lot. I have like a hair on me somewhere. So I am an N. Why do I keep starting with the letter N? Here we go. Even when conflicted, little squishy squash. I hope you know who you are. Maybe you don't know who you are and you're gonna have to do a book report basically on yourself. A self-report. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Self-report works just fine. Okay.